Yo, what up, sports fans? You already know who it is or who we are. We are the Buzz and Sports channel. Thank you for tuning in as always. We are your two hosts today and good buddies. I am Doug, aka Lightning Leche, aka Little Dookie, and I got Mr. Spuddy with me as always.
What's going on, buddies? Spud McGee here. Buds and Sports, what's cracking?
Yes, sir. And we are two today. We are missing one, but life happens, y'all.
It is what it is. Mr. Francis will be back.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
And no, sir.
But it's that time of the week, y'all. It's the recap week. We are on week 7.
Week 7.
We had a pretty wild, entertaining weekend of the games. I thought so.
Yeah, this week's games were very, very interesting. Honestly, the second half games were a lot better because of kind of a twist happened. But I mean, biggest shock of the week has to be the Cincinnati Bengals put it on the show against the Ravens.
Ball out, Burrow.
Ball out, Burrow. Cool Joe leading the way. Really, putting doubters to sleep. This is a team. They have a defense. That's the thing. They don't have to be the best, but they're present week in and week out.
They gotta do as long as they stick with something I call the Kansas City formula, where your offense is good enough where you're gonna put up points, where you don't ask your defense to shut anything down. Just go out there and cause some havoc.
Yeah, make some stops. Don't do nothing too crazy where you're blowing fucking big leads.
Yeah. If the offense is gonna put up 30 to 28, defense, do your job and just bend up but don't break. That's all you got to do, because that's what Kansas City's defense did for the longest time.
Bend, don't break, and every now and then cause a turnover. Turnovers help the game.
And then they're on a roll.
Yeah.
5-2, top of the division.
Yeah, I think they're coming for blood this year.
Oh yeah, they're already, like I said when we did our month recap, I thought they were going to be 3, but a high 3, fighting for a wild card. Now exactly. I'm thinking they might win this goddamn division for them.
Yeah, for real. And it's like their 2 losses. One of them was just an early loss. The other one was against the Green Bay team. Very respectable game. It just seems like they're getting better every game.
And they would have won that game if their fucking kicker could kick. Let's be real about that.
Let's keep it $20. $20.
They could easily be 6-1. But I mean, they put up the most points to put up this year, and Jamar and Burrow's Chase looking nice. Azuma's surprisingly a factor.
The thing is, you can't look at Azuma to always be in that situation, but when his number is called, he performs. That's the thing, because there's so many weapons on this offense that they got carried away with that, and they're like, "Hey, yo, CJ, you ready?" He's like, "Yeah, boss." Bam, got his 2 touches.
Yeah, no, he's a great player to have on your team, but not necessarily a great fantasy player, because he's very boom or bust. But he's a great player nonetheless.
For fantasy purposes, it's definitely boom or bust. But I've always thought he was solid. He's been injured in the past, so that's probably why his name doesn't get rung in the bell as an elite tight end. But he's always been a nice tight end in my eyes when I've heard of him. Yeah. But, I mean, they handled the fucking Ravens. And, they put on a show against the Chargers. But the problem about that was, even though they put 34 on the Chargers, they just didn't put enough offensive yards on there. So that's where the questions were there for the Ravens. But they got smoked this game.
Yeah, they look like how the Chargers looked last week against the Ravens. I still think the problem with the Ravens is they just don't have enough offensively to go with Lamar. You can't win with just Lamar's talent. I mean, you can, but you see how it is.
Yeah, it's like they're still kind of afraid to fully unlock Lamar just because the talent around him is not great. At least, obviously, in the rushing, they're kind of hesitant because of all the injuries are there.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I just feel like even when they're passing, it's not there yet because I don't know if they trust the receivers like that. I mean, you got your tight end Mark Andrews, but you don't want to do it too much to him, or you're just going to expose yourself. And Hollywood Brown, he's a great boomer bust guy, but he ain't number one receiver.
No, he drops way too many passes.
Yeah. I mean, they got Bateman back, their rookie that they drafted, but he's coming back from the IR, so it's going to be a while till Ravens work him back into like a full rotation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if he fixes everything, but that's kind of the problem that they're at right now. It's like Lamar could definitely do it. It's just he's definitely going to need a better supporting cast.
Yeah.
Or at least...
You know what?
Oh, wait, go ahead.
I was going to say, you know what I think would work really well on this team? And I know it wouldn't happen because it would be an in-division trade. But if they can somehow take OBJ from the Browns, I feel like OBJ would be nice in this offense.
Yeah, he really would because he'll go out there and get a ball.
Yeah, and Lamar can get it to him.
Mm-hmm. We saw the touchdown that he threw in this game.
Yeah, he can throw the
right
dog.
on the button, right on the button. That's why I'm saying like it's not Lamar. Yeah, there's points where he's done turnovers, but that's because he's doing too much because of what he has.
Yeah, and he feels like he has to do too much.
Exactly, And I just feel like they're out of the reserves when it comes to the running games, but they need to trust the running game a little bit more. They got to make something happen.
Latavius Murray's nice.
Yeah,
when you
but
give
he was
him the
out.
time.
He was out this game.
Yeah, but I mean, like when he is there, like he's nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Freeman's nice when you give him the touches.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, it's the thing I said that's the problem with the Ravens. It's like I know they're going on reserves and getting all these cats off of free agency, but they also have Tyson Williams, which I thought was going to get a bigger role, but he did kind of fumble two fumbles early, so he wasn't able to come back again. But at the same time, it's just them not building a rhythm like that is I think it's kind of hurting them. And the lack of depth at the receiver position is not helping as well. Unless Bateman turns it up the next 2 weeks and shows like massive improvement, that's going to be their problem. That's always kind of been their problem.
Yeah, no, they I don't know. Like I said, the problem with me with the Ravens is they just need more. They need more there.
Yeah, they do. And I don't know if it's like their line or anything too. It's like Lamar's getting a little bit more too much pressure too.
Yeah, then you would like I know he can get out of it, but still, you don't want him in that position.
Yeah, and never put him in that position. But
Bengals looking like looking like the team to beat right now.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's just so helpful that they have just a young quarterback that's very mature and ready to, slang it. But if he makes a mistake, he's already like, all right, I got it. And and he has all the confidence to go right back out there.
Mm-hmm. When Burrow makes a mistake, bro is like, whatever. Like,
fuck.
We'll get back.
like a fuck moment. Like, fuck, I should have done better. All right, let's go back and do it again.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about the Bengals. Ravens are still in it, but in order for them to get in the fucking, if they want to improve in the playoffs next year, like this year compared to last year, they got to do better on offense. It's really their offense. I mean, the defense is banged up as well, but when you look at the Ravens right now, you're looking more at Lamar Jackson and what that offense could do.
Yeah. I want to talk about another surprising game, at least for me, which was that Tennessee-Kansas City Chiefs game.
Oh yeah. So I had a feeling that Tennessee was going to win, but I didn't think they're going to win like this.
Yeah, same. I thought it was going to be Derrick Henry 300 yards a day.
I mean, when you see him carry the ball 29 times, you're like, "Fuck! Did he run for 300 yards?" Yeah. But then you look 86. What the fuck? But then you look at the score 27-3. What the fuck happened? Yeah, yeah. The thing is, this was probably the most comfortable Tannehill has been in the pocket.
It looked like it. But I mean, Kansas City don't really get pressure like that.
Exactly. I was going to say, you know what? Don't get fooled by it because Tennessee's defense is terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tennessee. Tennessee looked nice, but I mean, how many people looked nice this year against like Kansas City Chiefs defense? Like,
and the thing is, I bet you KC was like, "We got to stop Derrick Henry," and they kind of did. But
at what cost? AJ Brown going off.
AJ Brown went off. Julio Jones caught a few balls. You know.
Yeah.
Shit. Even Derrick Henry threw a touchdown pass.
Boy threw a touchdown. We watched that live. And I was like, ugh.
I was like, KC.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And matters only got worse for them because now who knows how long Mahomes out for.
Apparently he passed protocol. He could have went back in, but they didn't let him go back in because the game was already done.
I wouldn't let him go back in.
Fuck no. Man, I saw that.
I thought he died. I thought he broke his neck.
Man got crunched. I was like, oh no, not Patty. But I mean,
glad he's okay.
Yeah, glad he's okay. But just looking at everything, that offense just looked so out of rhythm.
They're missing some spark or something.
You know what? It's just
it's the fucking Tom Brady effect, bro. Whatever Tom Brady does to somebody in the Super Bowl, like they just don't recover, bro.
It takes a year to get back into it. You know, and you know what? It's KC is allowing a little bit more pressure on Patty Mahomes than ever this year.
Yeah, like they are getting to Mahomes.
They're getting to Mahomes a lot quicker. Where Patty Mahomes got to rely on his magic a little too much now. And it's just not working the same because he threw an interception, which is much of, the same script has all this season. He tries to do too much. He tries to get it there, and it's just not there.
I think too, some of his teams are starting to know how to kind of, I want to say contain this offense, but at least like not let it go off as like they used to. And that is like, I feel like players now know do not give up on the play until Mahomes is on the ground or the ball's out of his hands, because like so many plays in the past where it's like I see Mahomes getting chased to the sideline and some dude's chasing him and he kind of like slows down because he thinks Mahomes about to run out of bounds. Then Mahomes just slings it across his body to Kelsey for like a TD. And teams now are like, nah, bro, you're not gonna beat us like that no more. We know what you're capable of now.
The fact that these teams are getting to him quicker and the defenses are playing more of an over situation, so no one's breaking off for a big yardage play. So it's causing Patty to do a little bit more thinking and try to keep the play alive and make him do like offset throws and shit like that. So, I know they could figure it out, but they might not have the personnel to make big changes right now. Because it might be the offensive line, because the offensive line is,
not
we're
not even going to get started on that defense.
Because, the defense we already know, but the offensive line, Tyreek Hill's a little gimpy, but he can still play. He can still catch a ball and things like that.
Yeah, he definitely is a factor.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just that line is, not helping out Patty right now, and they're getting to him, which is, he's just so used to trying to make plays on the fly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this shit happens when he's not in the pocket and he's trying to run around. So I think defenses are really knowing how this KC line works now.
Yeah.
So they're just making Mahomes just uncomfortable in the pocket right now. And like I said, the defenses are playing over, so they're not allowing the big play to happen or at least formulate right away. So it makes Mahomes think a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, every time he makes a mistake, he's not comfortable in the pocket. So defenses are realizing that. So KC line has to do better in trying to, make Mahomes comfortable again, because we know the rushing is not their main thing on offense.
Yeah.
But
hell, never's been.
it's always weird seeing that Pringle is the top receiver in the KC team.
Yeah.
So definitely big shock right there that especially Tennessee defense was able to lock him down like that.
Yeah. For some reason, I could see Kansas City. For some reason, I could just see these guys slipping in the playoffs as like a wild card. Maybe even as like an 8 seed, and then just for some reason, or is it 7 now?
It's still 7. It's still 7.
Yeah. Maybe as a 7 seed, and just for some reason going all the way.
Yeah. No. I mean, don't sleep on KC until they're completely out.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because they're not completely out yet.
And as far as Tennessee, don't read too much into this. Don't get me wrong. It might get Tannehill's confidence up, but don't read too much into it.
Yeah, Tannehill still has a lot of work to do, but this is the most comfortable he's played. But I feel like more defenses will be worse on him. And, I feel like defenses need to call and copy what they did against Derrick Henry.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They got to him. They really got to him.
Yeah. No, they focused hard on Henry, and that's why Brown was able to have the game he had. Not only because they focused on Henry, but also because Tannehill was playing a lot better, was able to get the ball to him. But yeah, I mean, I personally, them beating the Bills was more impressive to me than this win.
Yeah. To be honest, because Bills are still a top tier team compared to the Chiefs right now. Right now, Chiefs are in the funk.
Yeah, but I mean, chip, hats off to you.
Chip, cheerio. On to the next.
Fuck it, let's get these dudes out the way. I can't believe the fucking Falcons are 3-3.
So you saw my text.
Falcons, Miami. Falcons came out and got. Wow, I don't know. What is this Falcons team? What is it? What are they? Who are they? What are they? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they sorry?
Hey, let's think about their wins. Let's think about their wins right now. Who did the Falcons play?
Giants.
Miami. Dolphins. Who's the other? Was it against Washington?
I think it might have been Washington.
No, they lost against Washington.
Sorry. Let me look at their schedule. Oh, Jet. Never mind. They're garb.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're as good as your record is what they always say, but at the same time, they played against low-tier teams.
Bro, I'm looking at this. Bro, I'm looking at the list of teams they played, and other than Tampa Bay, they played the Eagles, 1 win. They played the Giants, 1 win. They played the Washington. Did Washington got a win?
Yeah, they got 2.
Oh, 2.
Yeah.
Jets, 1 win. Dolphins, 1 win. Like, you guys, you played nobody, and your games have been 34-30 against Washington, 27-20 against the Jets, 38-28. You're barely beating these mediocre-ass teams. Barely.
Yep. So
crazy, man.
There's not really too much to look into this Atlanta win.
No, I'm not impressed.
But, I mean, they played a close game. That's all I can really say about it,
Yeah. Let me go on the flip side real quick. There's not much to say about Atlanta. Miami. I'm talking to you, head coach. I can't remember your name right now.
Brian Flores.
Yeah. Hey, boy. Namaste. Because he's one more loss away from losing it on the sideline.
I know he is.
Every time they would show him on the screen, he's pissed, just going off. Like,
I bet you. Hey, I bet you he is.
And the thing is, he's not even by the team. He's just like off by himself, like just pissed, like disgusted.
He's like, why are we in these situations?
He's literally like, fuck it. You know what? I don't care if you threw 5 TDs. Give me Watson. Even though Tua did have a nice game, I still wasn't impressed because it was a nice game against the Falcons for one.
Well, like when you look at it, so he was 32 out of 40. Cool. Like he only missed 8 incompletions.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
He didn't even go over 300. Like
291. He was close.
Yeah, he's close, but like if you're gonna make 32 completions, I say you're around like 350 at least, you know?
Gotta be.
So I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I still don't see it.
Four TDs, cool, but 2 interceptions.
Yeah, one of them was at a crucial time too. Like you could have iced this game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You literally could have iced this game. You threw an INT.
Exactly. Like I just don't think he has a deep ball. He relies on his checkdowns a lot, which is a good thing for a young guy. But you kind of want to see that gunslinger mentality a little bit more.
Especially when you got guys like Parker, Waddle. Like, come on, bro.
Waddle's your boy. I know Waddle's your boy. Well,
get it out there.
Yeah, Gesicki got a good game, but I mean, I don't know. It's just like he's playing very average ball. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, the reason why I guess we're hard on Tua right now, because that defense ain't doing nothing to help him. Like a defense,
they're really not.
The defense was highly touted going into the season, but they're dropping the ball. Like,
yeah, they're looking shaky.
Was it a fluke last season how their defense played? Because goddamn,
I don't know. I mean, it's looking like it. It's just Dolphins are another one of those teams where I just don't know. Like, I don't know who you are. Like, you have no identity.
Yeah. That's.
I look at the Dolphins. I'm like, okay, there's this team. No, I'm like, okay, what Dolphins we getting today?
Yeah, we don't know what type of week in, week out. We don't know how hard they're going to play. At least on the defensive side, you know, I see more of a defensive problem than an offensive problem at the moment.
Man, I mean, me too. I mean, your team put up 28.
Yeah.
And let the other team get 30. Come on now. And the Falcons team, I'm just saying.
Yeah. This Falcons team is not as great, at least offensively, in the past. Kyle Pitts, though, did have 163 yards receptions.
They're finally integrating. He can't find the end zone for some reason, but they are integrating him in the offense finally a lot more.
Yeah. I mean,
and bro, the crazy part is every Kyle Pitts highlight I saw was like some highlight reel catch. Literally, almost at least 7 of the receptions he caught, I would say at least 5 of them were like some one-handed or like crazy back shoulder catch. I'm like, damn, Ryan, you're not making it easy for this guy.
Yeah. And the thing is, he's doing it in the open field. That's why he can't get the end zone, because it's, you know, happening more in the section right before touchdowns and shit like that.
Yeah, he'll get in. He'll get in.
Oh yeah. He'll do it, and he's finally looking like the first round draft pick they wanted. So that's good.
But, yeah, Miami and Atlanta both mediocre.
Let's get this other fucking game out of the way. My gosh, were we duped? The fucking Carolina Panthers. You already do. I know you did.
Bro, how do you get benched to the Giants?
They scored the first 3 points, and then they said, you know what? We're going to sit down the rest of the game. Bro,
I can't get over it. You got blew out 25-3 by the New York ain't shit Giants.
No Saquon.
They don't have their starting receivers. They don't have their starting running back. Daniel Jones is out there giving it everything he got.
Defense is also banged up as well.
Yeah, defense is missing players, and you're getting blown. And you other than God, why can't I think of the best running back, Carolina?
Oh, CMC, Chris McCaffrey.
Yeah, other than McCaffrey, like, you got your squad.
Like you have DJ Moore. I know you don't want to hear his name. Robbie Anderson is a nice compliment, even though he's kind of been, not as consistent.
He's Chuba ain't bad.
He's not bad. Chuba is not bad
at all.
You should win a game with those pieces against the Giants.
And you're losing. Not only losing, you got benched where there was still an opportunity for you to win, which tells me the coaches looked at you and said, you can't win this for us.
You ain't it.
Get on the bench.
Yeah, you're not it, my guy. Yeah, I don't know what happened. 4 in a row now. This Panthers team is losing it. I know their offense has been doing well, but, at the same time, I'm looking at the defense. The defense is kind of banged up as well. but I still expected more against this Giants team. You know,
a lot more, way lot more.
Yeah,
this
but
Giants team is.
Gilmore should be active very soon because he's not active yet. When they traded for Stephon Gilmore. Yeah. I think he should be active very, very soon though.
Oh, okay.
J.C. Horn should be active as well. I don't know if he's back yet or not, but this offense though is very horrendous.
Horrendous.
I don't know.
Bro.
Do we blame the line or do we blame Sam Darnold? That's the main thing.
I'm kind of blaming Darnold, low key, bro. Like, because I'm looking at their schedule, and you went out 3-0, but you beat the Jets, Saints, and Texans. Other than the Saints, none of those other two teams really are getting at the quarterback like that.
No.
Then he played the Cowboys, Eagles, Vikings, and Giants, and took 4 hot L's. Mm-hmm. And these are teams with Cowboys can get to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Eagles are at least better than the other 3 I mentioned at doing it. Mm-hmm. Vikings can do it. Giants apparently were able to do it.
Yeah. They all have a pass rush because even Giants have a low key pass rush. Not as probably the bottom tier of all of those teams that we just named, but they have some heads that could do the job.
Yeah, but I want to look at the line and say, yeah, you guys aren't holding up over here for Donald. But at the same time, come on, bro. Like,
you're a veteran now.
Eagles, Giants, you took L's to those 2 teams, and you guys' teams are way better than that. Mm-hmm. Like, he just looks shaky, bro. Like, he's scared to get hit. Like, yeah. I say it's, for me, 80-20, 80% on Darnold, 20% on the line. Mm-hmm. But that line does need to get fixed.
Yeah. Very, 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 very true. But I just want to talk about that game real quick because, sheesh.
On the other side, we'll give the flowers real quick.
Mm-hmm. Give it up to the
Good
Giants.
Good job, New York.
Not quitting. Not quitting.
You got your second dub of the season. Way more than I thought. So congratulations.
A little bit of respect on our end.
I'll shake your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, let me talk about some more garbage real quick.
Go ahead. Let's. There were some garbage situations happening.
Bro. 1-digit Justin Fields is that whole offense is. I don't know whose offense is worse, Carolina or Bears, and I think I might pick Bears, which is sad.
Here's the thing. I blame more of Nagy more than anything else.
Oh, Nagy is the fact that he's still here.
Yeah,
is amazing.
Yeah, because I mean, when you think about it, why haven't they used the strengths of Justin Field yet?
Why?
If you're gonna make him start, allow him to be comfortable playing this game rather than forcing him to be the pocket quarterback that you want him to be.
Bro, that's like me having Lamar Jackson, but giving him a Tom Brady playbook. Like, bro.
Yeah, just stay in the circle. That's it. Just stay in the circle.
But you know how fast I am? No. Stay in the circle.
That's not your job, sir. Nah, I really think they're really screwing up Justin's Field right now. It's just the first season. Cool, yeah, rookie year. But, I mean, if you want him to excel early, let him use his legs.
Or at least get some confidence in him.
That's it. Like, let him roll out. Let him do this. Let him get some yards. They haven't called a run play for him.
Yeah.
Not once. It's like, let him utilize his skill set, please. Do you sometimes I wonder in the NFL, like these coaches, they don't go to their quarterback and like, hey, what's comfortable for you? What's comfortable for you? Like, what do you want us to do to accommodate your skill set? Yeah, I really feel like coaches don't do that shit.
And if they are, Fields, you better not be in there. Like, I can pocket pass, bro. Like, no.
Yeah. And the thing is, I feel like they do that with Lamar. They're like, hey, man, what do you want to do?
Bro, the reason why that situation in Baltimore works so well is because of the coach Harbaugh. Is just what you said. Harbaugh is the type of coach that will come up to Lamar mid-game and be like, hey, this isn't working. What do you think will work better?
Yeah. And like I said, like we said about the struggles in Ravens, it's not Lamar. That's the thing. It's not Lamar, but we feel like Lamar is in a situation where he has to feel like he does too much because of the lack of weapons around him. So, I mean, that's with that case. But in this case, they're just not they're not unleashing Fields, basically. Like, we knew the Buccaneers were going to win, but at least Bears try something different, you know?
At least kind of move the ball.
Yeah, because even in their wins, it's not like they're impressive. You know, they're like dominant wins. They're like, hey, you won. Fuck, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first play of the game, he fumbled the fucking ball.
First play of the game.
Yeah, first play of the game. And, I mean, it's not on him because that line blew up their shit.
I mean, really.
They did, you know, so I understand. But, damn, like, if you're trying to make a case for Justin Fields on if he's a good quarterback, you're not helping him by this. But if you're trying to find a reason why to bench Justin Fields, then you're doing a great fucking job right now.
Doing a great job, buddy.
Yeah, so
because right now Andy Dalton's looking like a better option.
Yeah. It's like, who do we want to risk more, Andy Dalton going out there or Justin Fields? You know, but
on the other side with Tampa, I still don't know about these guys. They're gonna make playoffs. They're gonna win their division.
Yeah,
something about
they're not repeating though. It was what you're saying.
Yeah,
they're not as crispy as last season. Well, the thing about the Buccaneers last season, I want to say week 9, week 10, that's when they got on their groove and they didn't look back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, they're winning right now and they're still not looking crisp. It's how we view them towards the end of the season with the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, they're dealing with a lot of injuries on defense right now.
Yeah. True.
And they're just not on it as much in the past on the offensive side. But the thing is, once we get late season, I feel like they're going to turn it up a notch. And, you know, we'll get the true Buccaneers by then. As much as I don't want to say it, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. So the fact that they're winning these games is like, all right, good.
Yeah, and I'm happy they finally made a decision and running back on who their number one is. Like, thank you.
Yeah. And the thing is, we knew Fournette. We just said, why is it taking so long?
Yeah, why do you keep digging around with Jones and
just nip it, Fournette. Just Fournette.
Yeah, it's Fournette.
We know you like him.
I'm glad you guys finally,
we like him.
Glad you guys finally came to that conclusion. Let me hear about this. What do you think of this Rams Detroit game?
They started off pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny.
I was like, hey, Detroit came out and said, hey, fuck it.
They really did. For a second, I'm like, hey, yo, do the Detroit Lions think they're in a playoff game? Fuck.
Yeah.
They're pulling out all their fucking tricks.
Yeah, I give it to the Lions. I watched this whole game, and if golf didn't golf it up at the end, they could have won this game, low key.
Yeah, it got really like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, what? Rams? See, the thing is, I know the Rams are going to be a top team, but just like this game, I feel like the Rams can get beat by anybody. They're not like a team where
they're beatable. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they are beatable.
They're like like last year or the year before that KC team where you're like, fuck, well, let's see if we can get this dub today.
The thing is, if you find the holes in this defense, you could beat this Rams team. If you try to go against their strengths will win. But,
always.
You know, if you go and find the holes in this defense, you can win this game against the Rams. You know, because I'm kind of disappointed that the Rams only scored 28 points.
I'm hella disappointed that they made this a close game.
Yeah, Detroit is 0-7 now, but they put up a fight. They really did. So, you know, it's good on Detroit for putting up a tough fight against the Rams. But, I mean, the Rams at the other end, you're like, hey, you know, you should have put them away early.
Yeah, well, what's going on here?
It should have been done by the first half.
Yeah, the thing about the Lions is I feel like they're the same team every year. They're a team that just can't just finish or something because they always put up a fight, no matter whether it was with Stafford and Megatron or with who they got now. Like they always put up a fight. It's just they just can't pull it off.
Yeah, they can't. I mean, I think this is the first year with this general manager. They got a first year coach. So
Yeah.
they're
No,
working.
they're in real build for sure.
Yeah, they're in rebuild and they're working on their identity. If anything, they want to copy the success that the Bengals had. It took them 3 years to finally be relevant in back in the lead again. So
yeah,
maybe,
they just got to build around what they got because Hawkinson and Swift are nice.
yeah, yeah. Is Goff your answer? No. But what they could do is at least build a line so when it's time to draft a new quarterback, they got the first round pick and they'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Goff showed he can at least get you a couple games.
Yeah. Honestly, if you give Goff protection, you're not going to be the worst team.
Yeah, and
you could be a subpar team, an average team. So, I mean, you could have that until a good class of quarterbacks come into play, and you could draft a quarterback. So,
yeah,
I just say keep on building that front, at least for the offensive line. Then get some playmakers on defense. Then you'll get yourself a squad. But we expected this much from the Detroit Lions this year. So sooner or later, we're going to hope for that first win for them.
Yeah, I pray because that coach, he wants it.
He wants it, yeah, and that's what you want from a coach.
Yeah, I want it for him. I feel bad for the guy. Hey, Kirk Cousins made you cry, bro. Like, I can't get over that. I'm sorry, bro.
Another slow to start game was the Houston Texans and the Cardinal game.
Yeah. This game, the Cardinals. Man, they kind of do that. Some games because some games they do just start off hot, but some games they have that like. I know I keep referencing Kansas City, but that Kansas City effect where they start off slow, but the second half they're just
the first quarter. What's the first quarter? We're still drinking our coffee.
Yeah,
and then by the
second, it's Houston. By second quarter, we'll still either be up or close.
Yes, and I mean they put it away, but that first quarter was kind of sluggish for them.
Yeah,
they're undefeated though.
Hey man, 7-0. You gotta give it to the Cards. They're looking like a real contender right now. And they added Zach Ertz, who had an effect on this game.
Caught a touchdown. Caught a touchdown. 3 receptions, 66 yards. That's another weapon in their arsenal.
Yeah, and I think that's that weapon. I think personally is going to be the difference maker.
Oh yeah, because they could probably open up the playbook even more now with
even more, bro.
with a weapon like Ertz in the mix now, a tight end that could both block and run out and catch. Yeah, it's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be stupid.
I think Christian Kirk and AJ Green, bro, they know their roles and they play it so fucking well there.
Yep.
Like AJ Green looks nice, Christian Kirk's look nice, and like they know like we might not get the Hopkins stats.
Yeah,
but when you call our number, we're gonna make the play.
Well, that's the thing. D Hop is not getting the stats that they got last year, but he ain't tripping. He's just they're all just playing right now, and that's what you want for them.
Yeah, this Cardinals team is very fun to watch.
As long as no one's mad about what their stats are, but they're all worried about winning. As long as they're all worried about winning, they're in the right direction. 7-0. That's the reason why they're undefeated right now.
Yeah. 7-0. We got 17 games this year, right?
Yeah, we got 17.
We're getting close to that halfway mark. What do you think their final record is? Do they take an L or do they go undefeated in the regular season?
They're gonna take an L. I think they'll take an L. Don't know when, but I don't know who they play next.
I'll tell you exactly when they play that big Dallas Star.
Not next. They play it later, like second to last week, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, the next game is Packers. Oh,
that's gonna be a nice game.
That's gonna be a good one.
Where is it at?
Versus Packers. So at Arizona.
Yeah, They might have an advantage, but at the same time, Aaron Rodgers could, play well against this defense.
Yeah.
But
other than Green Bay and the Cowboys, I'm looking at their schedule and I'm like, they could.
I see them. They could go undefeated, but they'll probably drop it in a regular season game. To be honest,
because even though I know their division games against the Seahawks and Niners, you look at that and say they should win those. I mean,
yeah,
that division, they play each other hard.
Yeah, I can even see the Rams gain their revenge and splitting a series with them.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and they still got the Rams. I forgot about the Rams actually.
Yeah, so I mean, there's still some possibilities of them losing.
Yeah, I can see them 15-2, 14-3, something like that.
I agree.
But yeah, I'll be real surprised I'll be surprised if they go 16-1. She.
Mm-hmm.
But they're looking real nice. They're looking real nice. And next week's game is going to be a good little testy.
But I'm a firm believer that I feel like, if you lose a game, it's a teachable moment saying, hey, yeah, we lost and we could still lose in this league. And that makes them want to fight harder.
Oh, yeah. So, especially playing a team like Green Bay Packers, who you're most likely, if you go deep in the playoffs, we'll see.
Exactly.
It's definitely a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they took that, though.
That's how I see it. So,
but we'll see. But since we're talking about the Packers, let's get on them real quick.
Pretty standard game, I felt like, from them. They play very, it's like casual football, I feel, at times.
Yeah, but almost they play like that. Like they remind me of the Spurs, but of football.
They're the Spurs of football, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they got exciting pieces on that team, but once they're in cruise control because they know they're going to win, there's no urgency because they know how to play the game, I feel. Mm-hmm. Meaning they know how to drain the clock. They don't play too urgent, but they don't play too lax. Just enough of everything. They let the other team make the mistakes before they make mistakes.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really surprised. Like I would, if you would have told me at the beginning of the season they're gonna be 6-1, I would have been like, "You crazy?" Bro.
I mean, everyone saw that first game.
Even before the first game, like I said, before the season started, if you would have told me they're gonna be 6-1 at this point, I'd be like, "You crazy, bro?" Mm-hmm. But they surprised me. As much as I don't like the Packers, I'll give them their flowers. Yeah. They're 6-1, and they're looking like a team in the NFC to be forcing with.
And the thing is, like, I don't get no sense of like they use all their tricks in their bags. They're not even close of doing that. Yeah, they play to a certain style depending on the team they go on. They're very much, I consider them the Patriots version of the NFC, but not Belichick-y. Yeah,
not as Belichick-y. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, we gonna go in on his ass in a little
bit. yeah. I mean, the Green Bays play a very solid game. Like they're rushing. Only Aaron Jones had 19 yards. That's not.
I hate the Packers and their rushing. Like 1 week, Aaron Jones would have like
100,
260. Yeah, 124 and 2 touchdowns, and then the next week he'll have 6 carries for 19 yards.
Yeah, it goes to what we say. Like they play a certain way towards the team they play against.
True.
That's just how they are. So I mean, they play a different game against every team, so it's never going to be the same. Which means players are not going to get the same type of usage, I guess you could say that. They're not going to get their targets and things like that. It's always a mystery. So, it works.
Yeah, it's working. 6-1. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you.
That's why I say I think when they need to be urgent, they can be urgent, but they have no net. Yeah. I think it's a way to make your team healthy though. Not trying to.
This next game against the Cardinals is going to show me a lot about both teams.
Exactly. We'll get the true nature of both teams and where they stand for the time being. But the Washington football team, Heineke has another 2 weeks.
Hey man, if I'm Fitzpatrick, just rise the bench, brother. Mm-hmm. This team ain't worth going out there and injuring your body.
I mean that's why he's getting an MRI and he has to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, if I was him, I'd just be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come back, but I don't want to start. I'm down to back up." Because you're not fighting for nothing, Washington. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just that defense took such a big dip. Like, what happened?
I really think we were so gun ho on the pass rushing last year because honestly, the pass rushing didn't show up until the second half of the season.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, they won the division, yada, yada, yada. Because, I mean, it showed that we had the weakest division last year.
Yeah, like you guys won the division, but did you really win the division?
Exactly. So I think we were complete overhyped of Washington's defense.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I was on that hype train. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, we all put that in perspective, and now they are who they thought they were.
They are who we thought we were, and we crowned their asses.
You want to crown them? Crown them.
All right,
but yeah, we'll move on from that. The Washington
bitch
football
ass
team,
Belichick boy.
Now, who would have thought the Patriots would have scored 54 fucking points?
I'm so mad. Like, Belichick, you took out all your anger and frustration on this poor Jets team.
Poor Jets team.
Oh, they're already not hurting enough, and you're up by 40, still saying, "Yeah, fuck it, touchdown, go,
run it,
run it,
run it, run it." Run it,
bro. They scored 14 in the first quarter, 17 in the second quarter, 3 points in the third quarter. Jets scored up to that point only 13 points. So that game was already well away by the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. That's a big fuck you.
Well, it also goes to like, hey, they turned the ball over to us in the late. So what do you want us to do?
I mean, true that too. They did.
Because I mean, they started running it. The thing is, they were running it and they're gaining yards. So it's like, what do you want us to do?
I'm gonna eat.
Like maybe shame on Patriots, but fucking shame on the Jets defense for still allowing that shit to happen.
I mean, really, yeah, we should really get to the root of the problem.
Because I look at the fourth quarter scores; they're all runs.
Yeah,
they're all runs. So, who do you blame?
Zach Wilson out. Yeah, Mike White in.
Yeah, nothing changes.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Mike White guy's stats, and I'm like,
nothing changes. They'll lose the next two games probably. Yeah.
Jeez, Jets and Patriots 3-4. Do you see them sneaking in the playoffs somehow?
At this point, probably not, honestly, because I mean we got the Bills winning that division. AFC North to deal with, AFC West to deal with, and the South Titans got it. So, and even the Colts could sneak into it now.
Yeah, low key.
So I don't see the Patriots really beating out any of those teams that aren't the leaders.
Yeah,
because
right.
Colts Patriots, I got Colts.
Any day.
Colts over Ravens Browns, nope. Anyone
Browns, I can see. Ravens, no.
KC, maybe because of how slumpy they are, but I still got KC. Raiders, honestly, with this Raiders team right now playing for heart, I actually like them now.
How the hell you lose your coach and get better?
Hey, they're playing with heart, brother.
Hey, they're playing with hella heart and it's working.
Yeah. That's already like 3-4 teams like already trying to get in the playoffs right there. So no, I don't see the Patriots making it. They're gonna make it close, but they ain't gonna sneak in. They're not gonna sneak in. No. But speaking of the Colts, they played a very, very wet game against these Niners.
Sloppy.
Yeah, you could definitely blame the rain in this game.
Oh, 100%.
But there are some things I saw in that game. It's like, why would you do that in the rain?
Yeah. It's raining, right?
Like Garoppolo trying to launch it in the fucking rain, and he fucking slips it right when he's about to zoot it.
Yeah.
Yo, what are you thinking, my guy?
Bro, Garoppolo. Chill, guy.
And then his other interception that Xavier Rhodes caught, fucking threw it in all white for Deebo Samuels.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You're asking for that shit to get intercepted.
Literally, bro. Like, you. What makes you think you can fit it in that tight hole?
Hey, you never been that guy.
Yeah.
You're not that guy, pal.
What in
You're
your
not that
career
guy.
made you think, I can fit this?
I have something to prove.
Because there was nothing.
You know,
But I mean,
the rate that their running backs are going, give it to your running back. Shit, it's rainy.
yeah, Mitchell played a nice game.
Hey, defenders are gonna slip.
Yeah.
Not only that, try to get your fucking receiver reverse going on. Deebo Samuels could do it. You know, use your running trick plays.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Since the beginning of the season, I have not been feeling the play calling in San Fran.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's a headache watching a San Fran game. Just when it comes to the offense, defense is a different story because of injuries. And I know San Fran got their injuries as well, but it's just not. It just looks stale offensively.
Damn.
And the thing is, like, Kyle Shanahan is touted as an offensive mastermind. But you're stale. You're stale.
Yeah.
You know
how you mastermind, but you're stale, bro.
Why you only use one receiver?
You got Brandon Ayuk and Debo.
Yeah, and I don't know what the Ayuk situation is. Like, but at the same time, you got to put your pride aside and say, you know what? I'm gonna get last year's first round pick some looks. We need to change something, and we need to change it fast. Like, he needs to put his fucking ego aside and let Brandon Ayuk get the ball in his hands. I don't know. I mean, yeah, this game might have not been the game to put in his hands, but because of the rain and everything. But next week it needs to change, because the thing is, I hear some press conference from Niners and I hear everyone like, we'll work on it, we'll work it. But once the topic goes on Brandon Ayuk, or someone brings up Brandon Ayuk's name, he just needs to grind better. Like, why are you only talking shit to one player?
Yeah. What's how you doing there that y'all not liking?
Yeah, and the thing is, why are you blaming one player when he has nothing to do with how everything else is playing right now?
Bro, barely be on the field. So you can't tell me it's how you.
Here's the thing. He's on the field, but they just not looking at him, you know? Yeah. He's on the left side, I'm going to look right. He's on the right side, I'm going to look left. It's like, yo, like, and you're still, like, tarnishing this man, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on, like, you know, when are you going to take some blame? When are you going to start putting the blame on other factors of the team that ain't working? Like, other than Deebo Samuels, what else is working?
Yeah.
Like, Mitchell had a great running game today, but I really do feel like that was due because they had to go call heavy because of the rain. Other than that, if it was a regular game, they probably wouldn't go to Mitchell that much. They would be trying some other shit that probably wouldn't have worked. You know, so I don't know. I'm looking at Kyle Shanahan, and I know he's dealt with a lot of injury-prone teams. But after a while, even with the injuries, you got to look at the head coach and be like, why are your teams always injured? You only had one good season. Even that team had injuries. So I'm looking at a head coach right there. Is like, why do you keep on putting your players to get injured? You know? Yeah,
like if 2 years in a row now, San Fran's injury chart has been off the roof.
Yeah, and then they went to the Super Bowl, but then the 2 years before that, 2 injuries, like 2 injury seasons. That's like 5 years of injuries.
Yeah, like what's going on to where you guys can't stay healthy, my guy? Like we're starting to look at you now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you know things like that. You do got to look at the head coach and who you're hiring for the health. I mean, I know Francis would have also put some insight since that's his team, and I know he keeps on saying that the when it comes to the training staff, it's a hockey based training staff, so it's not even for the right sport. So, I mean, I don't know, like. I just don't like how they're blaming other things rather than themselves.
Yeah.
You know? And even if Ayuk was doing terrible, it's like, why just keep on slandering this man at only this man?
Yeah.
Like, you singling this man out. So, I don't know. Hopefully
on the other side of things, I I'm not gonna fully buy into the Colts yet, but I mean, they've been having some pretty nice games lately. Like,
Well, they've been having some pieces back. I know Quentin Nelson is back in the mix, so the running should be a lot better as well.
mm-hmm.
Even though T.Y. Hilton didn't play this game, he's back in the mix. But Michael Pittman Jr. is really coming in his second season.
He's starting to stand out as that one. He's starting to stand out as the one.
I was really impressed with that catch they did in the rain yesterday.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
Not just that. That was the nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He caught it.
And
he stood up, caught the touchdown.
Yeah, no, he's really solidified himself as that number one. He had 4 targets yesterday. He didn't have Zach Pascal have more targets than him, but Michael Pittman caught all his targets. He had 4 targets and caught 4 of them.
And he's the difference maker, though. Pittman is definitely the difference maker. He's the game changer. He's that guy right now on that team.
Yeah.
You know, Jonathan Taylor is Mr. Consistent on that team.
Yes. But Colts, if you're going to do anything right this year, just stop flip-flopping and keep Taylor in. I know you did it this week.
Mm-hmm.
You put Hines and Mack out there because Hines had 8 carries. Mack had 3.
I think Hines even did. I don't know if it was Wentz's fault or Hines' fault. No, it was Hines' fault where Carson threw a pass and it hit Hines in his hands, but he closed it too early and it bounced off. And it was basically he was going to the touchdown after that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I actually remember that pass. He was wide open. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was a little floater, but it was in stride.
Yeah, and it was in the breadbasket, boy.
Like I said, he closed the basket a little too early, but I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah,
you know,
that was a TD.
Yeah, that was a TD, definitely in the rain too.
But I just don't get why they keep
flip flopping.
Okay, look, I get if you want to have Taylor there because Taylor did outdo both of them easily. He had 18 carries. So I know Taylor's the guy there. If you want to keep Hines there for a couple pass catchings, cool. But do something with Mac then. Go give him a home where he can shine. Give him to San Fran. They can use him.
Sorry.
And get yourself maybe another piece on that line or another receiver, something.
Sorry. My bad for coughing, but no, they're basically entertaining Mac because I think early in the season Mac did a request for a trade, but at the same time he's still participating in things like that, not making it like a headache. But at this point,
he's doing it right.
At this point, though, you need to trade the guy because it is a crowded backfield, and we all see it.
Yeah.
And there are teams that need a running back, quote unquote, need a running back if they want a starter, which is like 49ers. I've even heard
Ravens.
Dolphins, Ravens, you know, teams that are kind of struggling that field right now. Maybe even the fucking Jets. So, you know, things like that. Colts, we'll see. I mean, they have a very nice team that can squeeze into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And if their defense is 100%, their defense could do damage. It's just more if the offense could be consistent.
Yeah. Can Wentz stay healthy enough to keep this offense flowing?
keep his calves and ankles straight.
Huh. Let's see who we got here. Who do we got left on the slate?
We got the Phillies and Raiders game.
Oh yeah, these guys.
Like we said about earlier, the Raiders are definitely playing with a bunch of heart right now.
Hella heart.
And
how'd you get better? I don't know, but good shit.
I just think the offensive playbook is a little bit more open now. I really do think that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't have to shy against certain plays anymore. They can utilize certain players, and I think they're calling what they want to. I mean, Carly had 3 incompletions. One of them was a interception.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like what I said about Tua. Tua is 32 completions, but 291. Carr, 31 receptions, 323. That's good. Yeah. That's good. That's what you expect. I think, you know, for every throw should be at least 10-yard average, you know?
Yeah.
And Carr went over that, so that's very promising. Mm-hmm. And shit, Hurts is only 18, but yardage, he's 236, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the type of shit you kind of have to go for, and what you look in the quarterback. And I get it if you don't have time, so you check down. I feel like you do better though.
Yeah.
And I think this Raider team continues to shock opponents. Now, I still don't know with this Raider team or what they're going to finish though. When does the juice run out for their heart playing? But they are 5-2.
They are 5-2, and they are playing with a lot of heart right now. They look good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at their schedule, and they actually have a pretty favorable schedule.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they got Giants next.
Mm-hmm.
They should win that one.
Mm-hmm.
They play the Chiefs again. I think they should win that one.
They should, yeah. They always give Chiefs a hard time.
And then they got 2 big tests back in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They play the Bengals, and then they play the boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there on, it's just some more mediocre. Washington, Chiefs, Browns, Broncos, Colts. Yeah.
I feel like they could win at least. They could get like to 8 or 9 wins, I feel.
Yeah.
Anything
easily.
more than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll see if that gets them into the playoffs like that. Hey, I'm not Francis, man. I'm not pressuring you if you say no.
No, I'm saying I'm much of that I want to admit. I think I'm starting to slowly go more on that. They're going to slip in. They're making
because we look at the rest of the field. You're like, it makes sense that they might make it.
Yeah, I can see them making it,
and they have a great advantage with 5 wins.
Too bad Francis ain't here to hear me say that. But.
Mm-hmm. Hey. He'll listen, I hope.
As far as for the Eagles, I mean, we know what you are.
The same thing we've been saying for weeks. Get Jalen Hurts some help.
I need help.
I need the help, please. The fact that Goddard was 3 receptions for 70 yards tells the story, I feel. Where's the help on the receiving end for receivers, Yeah.
And
Jalen Hurts, top running back this week, 61 yards.
Yeah, man. Jalen Hurts is a fantasy monster, but I'm going to tell you this much right now.
Hey, he helped me win. He helped me win.
For the first 2 until about midway to that third quarter, his stats are going to be shit. And then he'll end the day with like 200 something yards, 2 TDs, possibly a rushing one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the offseason, they're going to have to definitely. But see, the thing is, the Eagles don't even fully commit to Hurts themselves. Like, what are they going to do in the offseason?
They don't.
Try to go for Watson again?
I don't know. I don't know. But, I heard today, because this is going to make such a big difference, Jets traded for Joe Flacco.
Oh, yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah, it's like, so you didn't sign him, but you're bringing him back? All right, great.
Cool. Gang green.
Gang green. Joe Flacco's back, baby.
We got to win 2 games.
Yeah, because wasn't Joe Flacco on the Jets for a little bit? For a little bit, yeah. With Sam Darnold. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, not like it's going to help or anything.
Yeah.
Anywho. The last 2 games we haven't covered, Broncos and Browns, Saints and Seahawks. I mean, Broncos and Browns was Thursday night. Broncos
boring ass game.
It was boring, but D'Ernest Johnson had a game, so give claps to him for starting and having 146 yards. Case Keenum.
Yeah, well, before we move on, what's going on with this Browns team? Like,
injuries.
I didn't even know. Why can't I think of his name? Not Chubb, the other one.
Oh, Hunt.
Yeah, I didn't even know Hurt was hurt until like
he got hurt last game. Yeah, he's on the IR. Chubb will be back.
IR.
Yeah, Chubb will be back after this bye. I don't know if they got a bye week. I don't think they got a bye week. But since they had a extended week for rest, Chubb should be back by then. Yeah, but at the same time, it was a moment for D'Ernest Johnson to have a moment for himself, and he had a great moment. which means that they're not tripping about losing a running back right now.
Yeah.
So good for them. They can rely on the run again, even with some injuries. Case Keenum's a quarterback that can at least protect the ball and get the job done.
Yeah.
Nothing to brag about, but he didn't turn the ball over. Good.
I mean,
great. That's what you want if your starting quarterback's gone. And for the Broncos, that line looks rough right now.
Real rough.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad for Teddy. They really made this man play injured.
Yeah.
You see pre-game limping on the field, bad quad, bad foot.
And they still said, hey, yeah, we need you out here, guys.
Mm-hmm. And people were like, why would he throw that ball? I'm like, yo, did you see how injured he was? He can't put the same pressure on his foot, Yeah. And I know they wanted him to play because they're like, Drew Lock's not the answer, So
yeah, they know. They know
that.
If we put Lock in there, this is for sure L.
They almost put him in second half.
Mm-hmm.
But then
I seen that. I seen he suited up.
Mm-hmm. But Bridgewater made some things happen, but he was hurting. He was hurting out there, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this Bronco team.
Injuries are really getting the best of them right now because they did start off hot as well, but they lost 4 in a row, and a lot of it is injuries.
Yeah, and I'm looking at their schedule coming up, and I'm like, she.
Yeah. And, it sucks for Teddy because he's dealt with a lot of injuries in his time playing, and, he can't catch a break.
Yeah, man, it really sucks for some people because when he was on the Vikings, I remember the year when he got hurt in camp.
Yeah.
I remember that year I had the Vikings picked as like a high contender. I was like, oh, they're going to be nice. I was like, especially a healthy Teddy, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
And
sure.
I mean, that's the game of football, sadly. And, you hope for the best for the guy. But it just might not be it.
Speaking of injuries, Seahawks really looking flat with no Russ.
Yeah. The Geno magic really only lasted a game and a half.
Yeah.
So they are who we thought they were without Russell. Without Russell, they are who they thought they were. They played against a confusing Saints team that we just still don't know the identity of.
Fuck them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, Seahawks, there's not much to talk about. They miss Russell. You see all the flaws on their defense and offense. I mean, yeah, they held Saints to 13 points, but going back to the main thing, what are the Saints?
The Saints, bro, they're literally only Kamara.
Hey, this is
offense.
This chant is very what can I say? It's like appropriate right now. Who that? Yeah, who are those Saints? Because we don't know who you are no more.
Bro, look at these stats. Kamara had 20 carries for 51 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But also let the team in targets. 11 targets with 10 receptions.
128 yards touchdown. That's crazy.
Your next closest guy had 3 receptions for 36 yards. Your number 2. Wow, that's nutty.
And this is where, do you look at Jameis Winston or do you look at Sean, my lips are sour Payton?
I honestly look at both and a little more Payton.
I look at Payton too because it's like like he's the one calling the plays.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing? Like why is everyone not working except Kamara?
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, bro, when I was watching this game, even the plays he was calling for Kamara, I'm like, these aren't Kamara type plays. Like they're at the goal line. And you're trying to pound it in with Kamara. I'm like, bro, sweep that bitch.
He sweep off tackle,
Yeah.
Off the tackle, just don't, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They're going to be a very confusing team throughout the whole season.
Yeah, don't let that 4-2 record fool you. Trust.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, their defense is still decent. But you can't really tell against the Seattle team right now without Russell Wilson, but yeah. I mean, just a snooze.
Yeah, I'm looking at their schedule, and they got an average schedule. Like they got a couple tough games coming up, but I don't know about the Saints team. Who are you? Yeah, tell us, please.
Please. But hey, that's it.
Oh, that was the Week 7 recaps, ladies and germs. Please, if you're listening on whatever you're listening to, if you can write comments, let us know how your guys' weekend went. Fantasy or your team
or just betting,
players you like, betting, whatever.
Yeah. Did you lose it all like I did? Or did you win big? I would love to know. I love winning stories. I love losing stories. I like them all because we've all been there.
Yeah, we had an up and down weekend. I ended on my DraftKings in a couple of the green.
Oh, no green for me. No green.
No?
Nada. I just saw a lot of gray.
I won, I think I totaled like $20 this weekend. Nothing special, but
Nice. Hey, that's good. And you won some fantasy leagues as well, right, Dougie?
Yes, I played. Actually, that's why I was kind of disappointed. Mr. Francis didn't get on the mic with us because he was who I played this weekend, and we had probably the most entertaining game.
It was. The fact that your guys' squad put up 177 and 176, insane. I think I could finally admit that I'm not going to win that league. I'm a damn try. Hey, I'm a try, but fuck, 170?
Yeah,
God damn.
I got lucky on a couple picks. Like it's Uzma having a big game really.
Hey, but that's fantasy, you you made the right adjustments and you made that shit happen.
I did.
Mm-hmm. You only remember fantasy. You only play against the other person. You can do that week to week. You'll win.
Well, okay.
But rounding things off, we're about to end this episode. Follow us, subscribe, search us on your favorite podcast platform. We will be there. Just search Buds and Sports. And there we are. We got episodes up the ass. We got the Dougie list. We got the Francis waiver wire and hot pickups and injuries report. We got Spuddy's quick picks. We got our DraftKings episodes. We got the good old recaps, baby. Not only that,
baby.
we are doing NBA recaps as well. Starting Wednesday, actually. Wednesday night. We're going to start recording for that. Those will be up Thursday. Those are going to be great ones. We'll have our buddy for the NBA, Deontay, coming in, giving us his takes on that. So that should be a fun one. Keep up with that. And yeah. Thank you, buddies. I'm Spuddy McGee, and I'm out. Here you go, Dougie.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in always. And we want to thank you so much for helping and supporting the channel. If you don't follow already, you already know the vibes. Click that subscribe, click that follow. The vibes. Comment, let us know how you doing. And yeah, like Spuddy said, we got a lot coming up this week. We're always pushing out the content. So we'll be hearing from y'all soon. Y'all have a great night. Peace.